Very good morning to all of you, my friends. I hope you guys are doing good. So, in the last session, we started with overheads, wherein we discussed what is the meaning of overheads, how to distribute overheads. That is the primary distribution, wherein we discussed how to allocate and apportion overheads. Thereafter, we started with reapportionment of overheads of service department to the production department, wherein we discuss the first method, that is direct redistribution method. I hope you guys are thorough with the concepts what I have discussed till now. So now guys, let's proceed further with the next part, that is non-reciprocal and reciprocal method. So let's start guys. Very good morning everyone. Very good morning Anupam. So let's start with the second method of redistribution of overheads of service department. So let's start with non-reciprocal method. Non-reciprocal, wherein we'll be discussing step ladder method. Now, let me discuss the concept first, then we will start with the practical question. So let's say there are two production department A and B and two service department X and Y. Now, X per provide the overheads of service department X will be distributed as follows. Let's say 50%, 30%, and 20%. When talking about the overheads of service department Y, 60% and 40%. So herein, the service department X is providing services to A, B, and Y. But when talking about Y is providing services only to the production department. So now this is non-reciprocal approach. Now how to distribute? So guys, we have to first identify the order of distribution. That is किस order में distribute करेंगे. That is पहले X को करेंगे या Y को करेंगे. So guys, do make a note of it that the service department who provide maximum number of services to other service department will be distributed first. So, when talking about the order of distribution, the service department providing maximum number of service या maximum service to other service department will be distributed first. So herein, when talking about X and Y, X is providing services to Y, but Y is not providing any services to the X department. So herein we can say X will be distributed first, thereafter Y will be distributed. So I hope this part is clear to all. Let's take one more example, wherein let's say I have two production department A and B and three service department X, Y, and Z. Now, when talking about the services provided by X, Y, and Z, when talking about X provide the services as follows. So there are two production department. So there are two production department and three service department, that is X, Y, and Z. So here we can see that X is providing maximum number of services to other service department. X is providing services to Y also and Z also. When talking about Y is providing services only to Z. And when talking about Z is providing services only to the production department. So when talking about the order of distribution, it will be first X will be distributed, thereafter Y will be distributed, thereafter Z will be distributed. So herein, when talking about the non-reciprocal or step ladder method, you have to first find out the order of distribution. So the service department which provide maximum services to other service department will be distributed first. I request you guys to please copy this part. Or the non-reciprocal is the situation, and to solve this question we'll be using step ladder method. Now, a question for you guys. Let's say I have three production department A, B, and C, and three service department X, Y, and Z. Now guys, you have to answer when talking about the maximum number of services, it means X, when we are talking about the department, that is maximum number of departments. So guys, now waiting for your answers, what will be the order of distribution? Waiting for your answers, guys. This is the question for you. Waiting for your answers. You guys have to tell me what will be the order of distribution. So I've got answer from Sudhanshu, correct answer. Shubham, correct answer. Diksha, correct answer. Kiran Shukla, just want the complete answer. Vikas Kumar, incorrect answer. Rushita, please post the complete answer. Jagat Babu, correct answer. Anupam, Kiran, Rajesh, Akshay, Darshan, Soumyakant, Rushita, Manisha Singh, please check your answer. It is incorrect. When talking about the number of services, guys, do make a note of it that वो सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट जो दूसरे सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट को सबसे ज्यादा सर्विस प्रोवाइड करता है. It means herein we can say Y is providing maximum number of services, not in terms of percentage, guys. परसेंटेज पे नहीं कहना चाहता हूं मैं. जो सबसे ज्यादा सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट को सर्विस प्रोवाइड करता है उसको सबसे पहले डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे. So Y is providing services to X and Z. X is providing services to Z and Z is not providing any services. So the order of distribution will be first Y, second it will be X and third it will be Z. Not in terms of percentage, not in terms of rupees, but yes, जो सबसे ज्यादा मैक्सिमम मतलब सबसे ज्यादा दूसरे सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट को सर्व करता है, not in terms of percentage, but the number of service department. I've got answer from Rahul, Dhruti Kumari, everybody's, your answer is correct. Rajiv Kumar Singh, again I just want to clarify that maximum, who provide the maximum number of services to other service department. Not in terms of percentage, not in terms of rupees. So now let's start with a practical question. I request you guys to please open your study material. I'll be discussing a question from study material. I'm discussing illustration number 2 from study material. I request you guys to please open your study material. Page number 4.19. So let's start with illustration number 2, page 4.19. Suppose the expenses of two production department A and B and two service department X and Y are as under. So there are two production department. A and B and two service department X and Y. We have to distribute the overheads of X and Y. Further, the overheads as per primary distribution is given in the question. So overheads as per primary distribution. When talking about primary distribution, it is after allocation and apportionment. So the overheads of the production department are 3 lakh and 3,20,000. When talking about the overheads of service department, it is 2 lakh and 1,50,000. Now, herein, X is providing services to Y, A, and B. However, Y is providing services only to A and B. So we will distribute the overheads of service department X first and then Y. Now it is given that the department X will be distributed as 40% to A, 35%, that is 70,000, to B, and 25% to Y. Now thereafter, we'll distribute the overheads of service department Y. So distribution of overheads of Y. The total overheads of Y will be 1,50,000 plus 50. So total 2 lakh will be distributed among A and B in the ratio of 40:60. That is 80,000 and 1,20,000. So the total overheads will be 4,60,000 of A and 5,10,000 for B. So this is how we will distribute the overheads. Herein the name itself says step ladder method. See, like this. If there is one more service department, and it will go like this. So that's why we call it as step ladder method. If you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your queries. Giving you 2 minutes time to please copy. Soumyakant Raut, when talking about the total of Y, it is 1,50,000 plus 50,000 that is distributed, that is the overheads of X that are distributed to Y. So the total overheads of Y that will be distributed is 1,50,000 plus 50, that is 2 lakh. Any doubts, Preetham? Okay, Soumyakant. This is the way you guys have to present the solution in exams. Now, this is all what about non-reciprocal. Now, let's start with the reciprocal part, wherein we will be discussing three methods. In all the three methods, the answer will be the same. So let's start with reciprocal. Now, I'll be discussing this with the help of an example. Ishan Best, right now I'm discussing overhead. So if you have any queries in this part, you can please post. In the meanwhile, okay, you can just put up the query for material cost also. If at the end of session, if the time permits, I'll surely try to address your query, Ishan. So guys, now I'll be discussing a full-fledged question on reciprocal approach, wherein there are three methods we'll be discussing one by one. So I request you guys to please open illustration number 4, page number 4.22. I'll be discussing illustration number 4, a full-fledged question of primary distribution and secondary distribution. When talking about secondary distribution, that is the distribution of overheads of service department to production department, I'll be discussing all the three methods of reciprocal approach. So 4.22, page number 4.22, illustration number 4, guys. We'll surely try to, Ishan. So let's start with illustration number 4. Sanj Limited is a manufacturing company having three production department A, B, and C, and they have two service department X and Y. The following is the budget for December 2021. Now, direct material is given, direct wages is given, factory rent, power, depreciation, other overheads are given. Additional information is given as regards the area, capital value of assets, machine hours, and horsepower of machine. Further, the overheads of service department can be distributed as X, the percentage is given. Herein we can see that X is providing services to Y and Y is also providing services to X. So herein the step ladder method will not apply. So you are required to prepare a statement showing distribution of overheads and distribution of overheads of service department to the production department. So now let's start with illustration number 4. There are three production department, that is A, B, and C, and two service department X and Y. Now overheads as per primary distribution is given in the question. Overhead as per primary distribution is given in the question. Sorry. We have to do the primary distribution. So statement showing distribution of overheads. So we have to do primary distribution also. So here in direct material and direct wages is given. So as I told you guys, since no units are manufactured in service department X and Y, no units are manufactured in service department X and Y. So whatever the cost that is incurred in service department, whether it is direct material, direct wages also, it will be treated as overhead and it is to be distributed to the various production department. So when talking about direct material and direct wages, the total is 3 lakh. This will be 2 lakh and 1 lakh. For the direct wages also, when talking about the direct material and direct wages of production department, it will form part of prime cost, whereas the direct material and direct wages of service department will be treated as overheads because no units are manufactured in service department. So now let's start with the primary distribution, that is factory rent, power, depreciation, etc. So factory rent, the total amount is 4 lakh rupees. The next is power cost. Two lakh 50,000 and 1 lakh. And other overheads are 9 lakh. When talking about the factory rent, the additional information is given in the question, that is the area in square feet. So the factory rent will be distributed in the ratio on the basis of area. When talking about the power cost, the total horsepower is not given. The total horsepower is not given, but horsepower of machine plus the machine hour is also given. So we will multiply horsepower into machine hours, and the ratio will be used to distribute the power cost. So horsepower into machine hours. When talking about the depreciation, will distribute in the ratio of capital value of assets. And when talking about other overheads, since the labor hours are not given in the question, so we will distribute it in the ratio of machine hours. If the labor hours are given, then we do give priority to labor hours, but since labor hours are not given, so we'll be using machine hours. So let's start with the distribution part. So rent, the area in square feet is given 500, 250, 500, 250 and 500. So 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2. So this will be 1,50,000 1,50,000 and 1 lakh. Further horsepower into machine hours will be 50 into 1,000, so this will be 50,000. 40 into 2,000, this will be 80,000. 20 into 4,000, this will also be 80,000. 15,000 and 25,000. This will be the ratio of distribution of power. So the total amount is 80,000 plus 50,000 plus 80,000 plus 15 plus 25,000. So the power cost will be distributed in this ratio, and herein the power cost is only 2,50,000. So this figures will remain same, that is 50,000, 80,000, 80,000, then 15,000 and 25,000. Thereafter, when talking about the depreciation, it will be distributed in the ratio of value of assets. So 4 plus 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will be 20,000, 40,000, 20, 10,000 and 10,000. When talking about other overheads, it will be distributed in the ratio of machine hours. So herein the machine hours are 2 plus 1, 3. So again, this will be 1 lakh, so these are the total overheads as distributed after allocation and apportionment. So the total will be 2,70,000. This will be 3,70,000. This will be 6 lakh. And this will be 5,35,000. So this is the first step of distribution, that is primary distribution, wherein we allocate or apportion the overheads. If you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your query. Thereafter, we'll start with the distribution of overheads of service department. Okay, so when talking about the distribution of power cost, herein the information is given as regards machine hours also and horsepower also. So that's why when talking about the ratio to be used, this will be horsepower into machine hours. This is the best approach to use. Anupam and Manisha I request you guys to please copy this part. If you guys have any queries, you guys can please post your query. Noor Jamila H. C. I am discussing the primary distribution, that is allocation and apportionment. When talking about the method, you are saying is that direct redistribution method. See, redistribution comes when we distribute the overheads of the service department. This is the first stage of distribution, that is allocation and apportionment. That direct redistribution method, step ladder method, simultaneous equation method, repetitive distribution method, all are the ways of distribution of overheads of service department. अभी तक हम लोग उधर पहुंचे ही नहीं है. So this is allocation and apportionment of overheads, not direct redistribution method. Okay, Sudhanshu Shekhar, I have discussed this part, but again I'm repeating again. So see, since no units are manufactured in service department, I repeat again, since no units are manufactured in service department, so whatever the cost that is incurred in service department will be treated as overheads and it will be distributed to the production department. As far as the direct material and direct wages cost is concerned of production department, it will form part of prime cost. So Sudhanshu, direct material and direct labor of the production department will form part of prime cost. That is the direct cost. And this part will be treated as indirect cost because X और Y में कोई units manufacture नहीं हो रहे हैं. That's why. Okay, Mahesh, sir, why machine hours for other overheads? So Mahesh, when talking about other overheads, see, we have to first check if the labor hours are given. If yes, then we will distribute it in the ratio of labor hours. But if labor hours are not given, then we have to distribute it in the ratio of machine hours. और कोई basis मिल ही नहीं रहा है, तो better distribute it in the ratio of machine hour. So we are done with the first part, that is the primary distribution. Now, herein in this question, X is providing services to Y and Y is also providing services to X. So step ladder method will not apply. Further, the direct redistribution method will also not apply because service department are providing services to other service department also. So herein we'll be discussing the three methods of reciprocal approach. So let's start with the first method, that is simultaneous equation method. I'll be solving this question using all the three methods. so you guys can understand that what is the difference between all these three methods. So let's start with the first method, that is simultaneous equation method. We are discussing the how to reapportion the overheads if the service department are providing services to each other. So the first method we are starting with is simultaneous equation method. Now, as calculated above, the total overheads of service department X, and the total overheads of service department as calculated X and Y are how much? That is 475 and 535. Now, X is providing services to Y, Y is providing services to X. So these are not the total overheads. X के अंदर Y का भी कुछ ऐड होगा और Y के अंदर X का भी कुछ ऐड होगा. So now, how to solve this question using simultaneous equation method? So let's start, guys. Now see, these are not the total overheads of X. इसके अंदर Y का कुछ percentage ऐड होगा, and these are not the total overheads of Y. इसके अंदर X का कुछ percentage ऐड होगा. So let's assume total overheads of department X be X, and let's assume total overheads of department Y be Y. So the total overheads of X will be how much? 4,75,000 plus certain percentage of Y, and it is given in the question itself that this 5% overheads of service department Y belongs to X. I repeat again, 5% overheads of service department Y is to be distributed to X. So it means what? 4,75,000 plus 5% of Y. This will be the total overheads of department X. When talking about Y also, the total overheads of Y are as calculated is 5,35,000 plus certain percentage of X will be distributed to Y. So herein the 10% overheads of service department of X belongs to Y. So this will be plus 10% of X. I repeat again, guys, 4,75,000 and 5,35,000 are not the total overheads of X and Y, because इसके अंदर 4,75,000 में कुछ परसेंट Y का ऐड भी होगा और Y में कुछ परसेंट X का भी ऐड होगा. Now it is given in the question that the service departments are distributed as A, B, C is 45, 15 and 30, and how much is distributed to Y? 10%. So 10% of X belongs to Y and 5% of Y belongs to X. So now let's solve this question using, let's solve this equation using simultaneous equation method. So X will be equal to 4,75,000 plus 5% of Y, and herein the value of Y is what? 5,35,000 plus 10% of X. So X will be equal to 4,75,000 plus 5% of 5,35,000. This will be 26,750 plus This will be 0.005x. So x minus 0.005x should be equal to 475 plus 26, 750. 501,750. So the value of x will be equal to 504,271. So this will be the value of x. Now, substituting the value of x in equation number 2, let's say this is equation number first and this is equation number second. So substituting the value of equation number 2 to calculate the value of x, so when talking about y will be equal to 5,35,000 plus 10% of x, and the value of x we have already calculated, that is 504,271. So this will be 585,427. 5,854. So these are the total overheads of service department X and total overheads of service department Y. And these overheads will be distributed directly to the production department, that is A, B, and C. So distribution of overheads of service department. So let's distribute of X first. So the total overheads of X are how much? 504,271. So this will be distributed, 1 second guys. This will be distributed to A, B, and C 45%, 15%, and 30%. So 504,271 into 45%. So 226,922. 226,922. Two two six nine double two. 15% of 504,271. So this will be 75641. 75641. And 30%. This will be 151,281. Further, when talking about Y, the total overheads of Y as calculated is 585,427. C, 15%, 45%, 15%, and 30% is to be distributed to A, B, and C, and the remaining 10% is already distributed to Y. So we have to ignore this part. Now, when talking about this part 585,427, So it is to be distributed in the ratio of 60% and 35%. So 585,427 into 60%. So 351,256. This will be 204,899. So these are the overheads of service department distributed to A, B, and C. Now further, if we add overheads as per primary distribution, we'll get the total overheads of A, B, and C. So overheads as per primary distribution. That is the initially we distributed the overheads among A, B, and C. So the figures were 2,70,000, 3,70,000, and 6 lakh. So 848,178. These are the total overheads of production department A. So these are the total overheads of production department A, B, and C. So this is all what about simultaneous equation method. Let me check if there are any queries. Thank you so much. I request you, Vishal, to please recalculate the answer. Soumyakant Raut, sir, 5% of 10% is 0.005. How come? So 5% is 0.05 and 10% is 0.10. This will be 0.005. Manish sir, are you there? Manish sir? Yes, sir. The board is visible? Everything is clearly visible, no? Okay, thank you, sir. So now I request you guys, okay, there is a query from Sudhanshu, sir. Please explain the equation once again. So Sudhanshu, 4,75,000 and 5,35,000 are the overheads calculated as per primary distribution. Now these are not the total overheads of X and Y. इसके X के अंदर Y का कुछ परसेंट ऐड होगा और Y के अंदर X का कुछ परसेंटेज ऐड होगा. So now let's assume that the total overheads of department X be X. And let's assume that the total overheads of department Y be Y. So X are the total overheads of department X. So X will be equal to 4,75,000 plus certain percentage of Y are not possible, Darshan, plus certain percentage of Y, and it is given that 5% overheads of Y is to be distributed to X. So 4,75,000 plus 5% of Y. Similarly, when talking about Y also, this will be 5,35,000 plus certain percentage of X. And it is given in the question that 10% overheads of X will be distributed to Y. So 10% of X. Now, X is equals to 4,75,000 plus 5% of Y. And what is the value of Y? 535 plus 10% of X. So X will be equal to 475. So 5% of 535 is 26,750. 5% of 10% is 0.005. So X, this 0.05005 goes on the left hand side. So X minus 0.005x is equals to the total of these two, that is 501,750. So if we divide this amount by 0.995, we will get this amount, that is 504,271. So similarly, once the value of X is calculated, the most of the the 90% work is done. We will simply substitute the value of X here to calculate the value of Y. So this is how this equation will be solved. See, Diksha, this is the rounding of difference. That is, it's the rounding of difference. So examiner, do accept if there are rounding of differences. Don't worry. Sir, final portion is a bit confusing. Can you please elaborate, Miss Noor Jamila? I hope, Sudhanshu, your query is resolved. Sudhanshu, hopefully your query is resolved. Very good, Bhumika. Vishal Pal, please recheck your calculation. Noor Jamila, sir, 0.005x plus 501750. See, it is not plus, this is equals to. So further, if we solve this part, this will be 0.995x is equals to 501750, and thereafter X will be equal to 501750 divided by 0.995. So we will get this value 504271. Sir, how 0.005x becomes? See, 0.005x is the plus sign is there. So if it goes on the left hand side, this will be minus. So x minus 0.005x is equals to 501750. It's not multiplied, it's plus minus. So if it is going on the left hand side, it will be minus. If it is in the multiplication sign, then it will go in denominator. Guys, this calculation is very important, guys. I have ignored I have not taken 5% because 5% is already gone to Y and the 10% is already gone to X. So this 226922. This 226922 is what? I have not distributed in ratio, guys. Let me take out this question 1 second. So this 22692 is what? 504271 into 45%. The total will not be equal to 504271 because certain percent is distributed to Y. Anyone having any queries, guys, please post your queries. Waiting for your queries, guys. Further, I request you guys to please copy the solution. Soumyakant Raut, sir, we have calculated total overhead of X is 475. Then why we are not taking 5% of 475 directly? So see, Soumyakant, 5% of the total overheads of Y belongs to X. Do we have the total overheads of Y? No, because again, 10% of X, 10% of X belongs to Y. So we don't know the total overheads of X and Y. That's why I have not taken these figures directly. Any other doubts? Diksha, Vishal Pal, Noor Zamila, Sudhanshu, Komal, any doubts? Krishna, Diksha, Mahesh, Rushita Sharma, Preetam Gupta, Ishan Bist. Any doubts, guys? Raj Patel, Harshita, Dhruti, Syed Yasir Ahmed. Do make a note of it, guys, that right now I'm giving you time to please put up all your queries. Else I'll be putting a question in front of you and I want correct answer from every one of you. So just giving you last 2 minutes time. Whatever the queries you guys have, please post your queries. Else I'll be putting up a question in front of you guys. Waiting for your queries, guys. No, Dhruti Kumari, again I'm telling you, you have to distribute it in percentage. अगर आप proportion में करेंगे तो पूरा अमाउंट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाएगा. पूरा अमाउंट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं करना है because certain percent belongs to Y of 504271. So it is to be distributed in percentage. So the amount that is distributed of X is how much? Only 90% amount is distributed. And in this case, only 95% amount is distributed. I request you guys to please copy the solution. The solution is not there in the study material using simultaneous equation method. वैशाली बिंदल सर, स्टेप मेथड और रेसिप्रोकल मेथड में क्या डिफरेंस है? सो वैशाली, here in reciprocal approach, सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट X और Y दोनों एक दूसरे को सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. X is providing services to Y, Y is providing services to X. But in step method, this step method will apply wherein X provide कर रहा है Y को, मगर Y X को provide नहीं कर रहा है. They are not providing services to each other. X provide करता है Y को और Y provide करता है X को, then we call it as reciprocal. But if X is providing services to Y and Y is providing services only to the production department, then we will use step method. See, as we took X for total overhead, see when talking about size, why I have taken total overheads of department XBX, because in this overheads, in this 475, we have to attend, we have to add certain percentage of Y, because see, it is given in the question, certain percentage of Y belongs to X. How much percentage? 5%. But we don't have the total overheads of Y because Y may be 10% X का add होगा. So that's why I have taken this figure. Waiting for your queries, guys. Do copy this part also, guys. This part is very important. You guys have to solve this question using simultaneous equation method. Calculate the total overheads of X and Y. Waiting for your answers, guys. Waiting for your answers, guys. You have to solve this question using simultaneous equation method. Let's see who solved first. Waiting for your answers, guys. Giving you 5 minutes time. Read the question carefully and then start solving the question. Waiting for your answers. Okay, I've got answers. I've got answer from Darshan. Let me check. Himanshu, Rahul. Sorry. Vaishali, Sudhanshu, Manisha, Syed, Yasir, Ahmed. Rest, where are you all guys? Still waiting answers from all of you guys. Arya, Rushita, Hira Hussain, Kiran Shukla, Komal, Sudhanshu. I've got answer from Rushita now. I have got answer from Miss Singh, Rajiv Kumar. Rahul, Agrawal, Soumya Kant. I've got answer. Yes, waiting for your answers, guys. I've got answer from Dhruti. Still, I've not received answer from many of you guys. Vaishali, waiting for. Okay, I've got answer from Vaishali. Soumyakant, waiting for your answer. I've got answer from now Vaishali, Rajesh K, Nalini. Let me check, guys, your answer is correct or not. Because I'm getting so many figures. सबका आंसर अलग अलग आ रहा है. Last 2 minutes, guys. Be quick. Examiner is not going to give you that much time. एग्जाम में इतने टाइम में क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो जाना चाहिए. I've got answer from Hira Hussain. Mr. Arya, waiting for your Miss Arya, sorry. Bhumika, I've not. Bhumika, still waiting for your answer. I've got answer from Kiran Shukla. Anupam, I've not received any answer from you. Waiting for your answer, Anupam. Please post your answer. So, Anupam, very good. Your answer is correct. Rakesh K. I know that's why most of the students did the same mistake, Rakesh. Bhumika, you need to practice a lot. Kiran, please check your answer. Incorrect answer. Sudhanshu. So Vaishali Bindal, yes. Very good, Vaishali. Your answer was correct. Rajesh, incorrect answer. Nalini, incorrect answer. Dhruti, let me check your answer. Very good, Miss Singh, Rajiv Kumar, your answer is correct. Rushita, please check. Very good, Syed Yasir Ahmed. Manisha, very good. Sudhanshu, incorrect answer, I think. Okay, you're posting the final answer. Let me check. Rajesh, incorrect answer. Very good, Rahul. Your answer is correct. Let me calculate the total overheads now of A and B. So the total overheads of X is 692, 893. So this is the final answer, guys. Yes, Syed, your answer is correct. Very good. Very good, Rahul. Vikas Kumar, sir, can you please explain the equation once again? So, Vikas, the total overheads of X will be 6 lakh plus certain percentage of Y. And it is given that 15% of Y belongs to X. So, 15% of Y will be added to X. For Y, again, 550 plus 10% of X goes to Y. So, this is the simultaneous equation we have to solve, that is 6 lakh plus 15% of Y. So, let's put up the value of Y, that is 550 plus 0.1x, that is 10% of X. We'll solve it and accordingly I got the values. Vaishali Bindal, better take the percentage because I'm only distributing the 90% and 85% part only. So I hope you guys are thorough with this concept of simultaneous equation. If you guys have any queries in this part, you guys can please post your query. Let's take a break of 10 minutes. We'll be back after 10 minutes with the remaining part of the chapter. There are two more points that need to be discussed for reapportionment. So let's take a break of 10 minutes and then we'll be back with the remaining part of the chapter. Manish sir. Welcome back, guys, after much needed break. So let's get back. Let's start with the remaining part of the chapter. So I hope you guys are thorough with this concept of simultaneous equation method. Now, let's start with the second method. That is repeated distribution method. I'm discussing the same question, guys. Very good, Noor. No worries, Rushita. I'm not getting what you're asking, Kiran. Bhumika, from examination point of view, you have to follow the instruction in question. From examination point of view, you have to follow the instruction in question. When talking about which method to use, from practical point of view, simultaneous equation method is better than the other methods. So let's start with the next part, that is repeated distribution method. So we have already calculated the overheads as per primary distribution. Now, the name itself suggests that repeated distribution. You have to distribute the overheads repeatedly. So let's start. So now the overheads of service department X is to be distributed among A, B, and C and Y. So let's start with distribution of X. So total 4,75,000 is to be distributed among the three production department and service department Y. So here in the total overheads are 4,75,000 as calculated into 45% belongs to A. So 213,750. 15% is to be distributed to B. So 71 250. 30% goes to C, 140 to 500. And 10% goes to Y, so this will be 47,500. Now we'll distribute the overheads of department Y. So distribution of Y. Now the total overheads of Y will be how much? 5,35,000 plus 47,500. So this will be 582,500. This will be distributed to A, B, C, and X. So A is 60%. So this will be 349,500. 35%. So this will be 203,875. And the balance will be 5%, that is 29,125. Now we'll again distribute the overheads of X. That is 29,125. We have to repeatedly distribute till we reach the figure in 2 digits. So here in 29,125, that is of X, is to be distributed as follows, that is 45%, that is 13,106. Four, 3, 6, 9. %, this will be 8,737. And this will be 2,912. Now we'll redistribute the overheads of Y again. 2,913. One, 748. 1019. And 5% goes to X, that is 146. Again, we'll distribute X. So this 146 So this 146 will be distributed 45% goes to A, so this will be 66. 15%, that is 22. That is 44. This will be 14. So now the figure is in 2 digit, that is Y is in 2 digit. So we will distribute only to the production department, not to the service department. So distribution of Y. So when talking about 14, 16, 60%, that is 8 and 6. So 2,70,000, 213,750, 349,500. 848,178. 650,541. 751,281. So these are the total overheads of department A, B, and C, and this is repeated distribution method. We have to distribute it repeatedly till we get the 2-digit figure, and that figure will be distributed only to the production department. Last में जो भी figure बचेगा, it will be distributed only to the production department. I am discussing the same question, that is illustration number 4, using repeated distribution method. Using repeated distribution method, page 4.22. I think in study material, this question is solved using repeated distribution method. 1 second, guys. It is illustration number 5 of the solution is there in illustration number 5. If you guys have any doubts, queries, you guys can please post your queries. Yes, this method is time consuming, but if examiner clearly asks you to solve the question using repeated distribution method, then you have to solve it accordingly. Darshan C, dear, it is, I mean, we will distribute the overheads of service department till we get the figures in 2-digit. Any doubts, Bhumika, Anupam? Any doubt, Manisha, Rahul, Vaishali, Nalini, Sakpal? Nalini, I have not checked. Yes, I got your answer. Yes, your answer is correct. Nalini was correct. In fact, I'm really sorry. Yes, your answer is correct, Nalini. You can distribute any of the department, Vaishali. It's up to you. In both the cases, the answer will be the same. I'll be calculating this part separately. Don't worry. Yes, Bhumika. कोमल प्रजापति एक बार रिपीट कर दीजिए. So see, Komal, repeated distribution method says that you have to repeatedly distribute the overheads. So सबसे पहले X को distribute किया, that is 4,75,000 को distribute किया, 45, 15, 30 and 10. Now ये जो total distribute हुआ Y को 580 to 500, again it was distributed to A, B, C and X. Now X 29, 125 is again distributed to A, B, C and Y in 45, 15, 30 and 10. Now 2913 is again distributed, that is the overheads of service department Y will be distributed again to A, B, C, and X. And this process will go on till we get the figure in 2 digit. And thereafter, once we get the figure in 2 digits, we will distribute only to the production department. Now let's start with the last method of reapportionment of overheads. Now, this method is similar to repeated distribution method. Let's start. I'm discussing the same illustration number 4. So service department X and Y. We have calculated the overheads as per primary distribution. The amount what we have calculated is 4,75,000 and 5,35,000. Now this method is similar to the method what we have discussed, that is repeated distribution method, but yes, there is a slight difference. So let's start, guys. Let me take the question first. So let's start. Now in this method we will distribute only, we will calculate the total overheads of X and Y, and then we will distribute it among the various production department. So let's distribute the overheads of X to Y, then Y to X, then X to Y, then Y to X. So distribution of X. So when talking about X, 10% of the overheads of department X goes to Y. So 10% of X means how much? 47,500. Therefore, the total overheads of Y will be how much? 5,35,000 plus 47,500. That is 582,500. Now 582,500 will be distributed to X, and it is given in the question that 5% belongs to X. So 5%, this will be 29,125. Now 29,125 are the overheads of X that will be distributed to Y. So 29,125, 10% belongs to Y. So this will be 2,913. Again, Y of Y, 2,913 is the overheads of Y that will again be distributed to X. That is 5%. So 2,913 into 5%, that is 146. Now this much is more than sufficient, guys. Now we'll calculate the total overheads. So total overheads will be 4,75,000 plus 29,125 plus 146. So 504,271 are the total overheads of X, and for Y it is 582,500 plus 2,913. So 585,413. Now we will distribute the overheads of the service department to the three production department, that is A, B and C. Now we have the overheads as per primary distribution. That is 2,70,000, 3,70,000 and 6 lakh. Now these are the total overheads of X and Y. So we will distribute it to the various production department. So let's distribute X first. So 504,271. Now 45% goes to A. So 2269. 226922. Seven five six four one. This will be 151,281. That is, I have distributed 504,271. And when talking about Y, it is 585,413. It will be distributed only to A and B, that is 585,413 into 60%. So this will be 351,248. This will be 204,894. So this will be 7,51,281. This will be 370 plus 75,641 plus 204,894. So this will be 650,535. This will be 270 plus 226,922 plus 351,248. 848,170. So this is the way you guys have to solve the question. In study material, they have taken the round figure, but I advise you guys to take the figure in decimal. Don't round off to the nearest multiple of 100. You can solve the question in this way also, your answer will be correct. No one is going to deduct their marks. Further, in all the three methods, the total overheads of production department A, B and C are same. That is, if you use any of the method, the final answer will be the same. But from examination point of view, if the question give you the instruction that you have to use simultaneous equation method or repeated distribution method or trial and error method, then you have to follow the instructions that are given in the question. Else, I personally advise you to finish this question or complete the question using simultaneous equation method. That is more easy as compared to the other methods. So if you guys have any queries, you guys can please post your queries. Waiting for your queries, guys. This much is more than sufficient, Darshan and Manisha. Those who want to copy the solution can please copy. See, विकास कुमार हलवाई, जो सर्टेन पार्ट बचा है वो x का y को चला गया और y का x को चला गया है. Sudhanshu Shekhar, you can figure out that it is a bit, there is, I mean, it's a bit different from repetitive distribution method, because in this we distribute the overheads only to the service department, but in repetitive we distribute it to the all the department, that is service department as well as production department. Yes, my dear. Yes, Syed Yasir Ahmed. I hope you guys are thorough with the part of distribution of overheads. We discussed allocation, apportionment, and reapportionment. I hope you guys are thorough with the concept. Examiner do ask question frequently on this part. The weightage of the chapter is 4 to 6 marks, guys. Miss Vaishali, sir, 535 plus 47,500 into 5%. This is the way you have to solve, Vaishali. You are talking about repetitive distribution method. There is a difference in repetitive distribution method and trial and error method. Anyone else having any doubts, queries? Bhumika, any doubt? Harshan? Anupam? Soumyakant, any doubts? Kiran Shukla, Sudhanshu, any doubts? So guys, this is all what about distribution of overheads, wherein we discussed what is allocation, what is apportionment, what is reapportionment. Now let's start with the next part, that is absorption of overheads. Now, the ultimate motto is what? The ultimate motto of all this exercise is to charge the overheads of production department to a particular job or to a particular product to calculate the total cost. So हमारा main motto क्या था कि overheads distribute करो, redistribute करो. The ultimate motto is what? To charge the overheads of the production department to a particular product or to a particular job to calculate the total cost. So herein the concept of absorption comes into the picture. Now how to absorb the overhead, we'll be discussing this part, but why absorption? What is the use of absorption? Let's start, guys. Now let's say I'm a manufacturer and I do manufacture 4 to 5 products. I repeat again, guys. I am a manufacturer and I do manufacture 4 to 5 types of product. And let's say I have two production department. Let's say assembly and packing and finishing department. These are my two production department. Now the overheads after apportionment plus reapportionment of overheads of service department, I have got the final overheads of these production department. Let's say it is 6 lakh and 9 lakh. So after apportionment, reapportionment, I have got the final overheads of the production department, that is assembly department is 6 lakh and packing and finishing department is 9 lakh. Now let's say I have received an order of one of my product, let's say the product name is product X, and let's say the job order number is 0510. On a particular day, I have received an order. Of one of my product, that is product X, and the job order number is 0510. Now, when talking about the material cost that is incurred to process this job order is, let's say, 10,000. When talking about the labor cost, let's say 1,000 hours were used and we are paying the workers at the rate 8 per hour. So the labor cost that belongs to job order 0510 for product X is, let's say, 8,000. Further, let's say other direct expenses that are incurred to process this job order is, let's say, 2,000. So direct material, direct labor and my direct expenses, the total we call it as prime cost. So my prime cost is 20,000. Further, total machine hours that were used to manufacture, to complete this job order is, let's say, 2,000 hours. So to complete the job order 0510, the labor hours what were consumed is 1,000 hours and machine hours that were consumed is 2,000 hours, and the prime cost what I have calculated what it is incurred or charged is 20,000. Now my point is this the total cost of the job? No, this is not the total cost, because we have to charge the overheads of these two production department to this job to calculate the total cost. Now the point is how to charge the overheads of these two production department to this job. So the answer to this question is via absorption. So herein the role of absorption comes into picture. Now what we do in absorption is we first of all identify the basis of absorption. What we do, we first and the foremost thing what we do in absorption is we identify the basis of absorption. Now when talking about the basis of absorption of overheads of production department. Now when talking about the basis of absorption of overheads of production department, this information will always be given that किस basis पे absorb करना है. In 99% cases, the information will be given in the question that production department के overheads किस basis पे absorb करने हैं. This information will always be given in the question. But if it is not given in the question, then yes, थोड़ा दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा and you have to identify the basis of absorption. Let's say in this case, it is given that the overheads of assembly department are to be absorbed on the basis of labor hours, and the total labor hours are also given, let's say 3 lakh hours. These are my labor hours. I repeat again, guys. In this question, it is clearly given. In most of the cases, the basis of absorption will be given in the question. If not, then yes, you have to apply your brains to figure out that what will be the basis of absorption. But in most of cases, this information will be given in the question कि किस basis पे absorb करना है. So herein, in this question, the information is given that the overheads of the assembly department are to be absorbed on the basis of labor hours, and the overheads of packing and finishing department are to be absorbed on the basis of machine hours. And the total machine hours are also given, let's say 6 lakh. Now, once the basis of absorption is identified, we will calculate the absorption rate. So herein, when talking about the calculation of absorption rate, 6 lakh cost is incurred for how many hours? 3 lakh hours. So how much is the rate per hour? Rupees 2 per hour per labor hour. In second case, 9 lakh cost for 6 lakh machine hours. So per hour will be how much? 1.5 rupees per machine hour. So the first point of absorption is that you have to first identify the basis of absorption. ये आपको क्वेश्चन में हमेशा दिया गया होगा. Now, once the basis of absorption is identified, then you have to calculate the absorption rate. Now, once the absorption rate is calculated, you have to use this absorption rate to charge the overheads of production department to a particular job or to a particular product to calculate the total cost. So after calculating the absorption rate as calculated is used to charge the overheads of production department as calculated is used to charge the overheads of production department to a particular job or product to calculate the total cost. So once the absorption rate is calculated, the absorption rate as calculated is used to charge the overheads of the production department to a particular job or to a particular product to calculate the total cost. So here in the absorption rate is calculated. Now we will charge the overheads. The first one is the assembly department. Now the absorption rate is rupees 2 per labor hour, and the labor hour actually consumed for this job order 0510 is 1000 hours. So 1000 into 2, this will be 2000. And for packing and finishing, the rate is 1.5 per machine hours, and the machine hours that were used in this job is 2000 hours. So 2000 into 1.5, that is 3000. So the total overheads that are charged to this job is how much? 2000 for assembly, 3000 for packing and finishing. So the total overheads are 5000. And my total cost of this job will be 25,000. So I hope you guys now are thorough with that. What is the use of absorption, how to absorb the overheads, how to use the absorption rate as calculated to charge the overheads of production department to a particular job or to a particular product to calculate the total cost. So this is all what about the concept of absorption. Now herein I have absorbed the overheads using labor hours or machine hours. There are many other ways of absorption of overhead. I'll be discussing this part. So I request you guys to please copy this explanation. It covers the concept of absorption plus a practical question. So please copy the solution, and along with this, please copy the explanation. Thereafter, If the time permits, we will discuss the methods of absorption, else we'll discuss the remaining part in the next session. So giving you 2 minutes time to please copy the explanation. Plus, if you guys have any queries, you guys can please post your queries. Waiting for your queries. Aisha, what about the overheads of service department? These are the overheads of production department, that is after reapportionment of overheads of service department to production department. See, Darshan, if there is a separate production department for every product, we can easily calculate. But let's say I'm manufacturing 3 to 4 types of product, and let's say I have 2 production department, जहाँ पे first department में सारे products का assembly होता है and second department में सारे products का packing and finishing होता है. So herein the role of absorption rate comes into picture. Aisha, Safa, Sayyed, I hope your query is resolved. My dear, these are the overheads after apportionment and reapportionment. Overheads after primary and secondary distribution. That is सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट के ओवरहेड्स अपॉर्शन होके प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट में ऐड हो चुके हैं. See, the overheads of the assembly department are to be absorbed on the basis of labor hours, and in this question the labor cost is 1000 hours at the rate 8 per hour. So the total labor hours used in this job is 1000 hours. So 1000 hours into 2 per hour, so 2000. These labor cost, again we are using 1000 hours and we are paying the labor at the rate of 8 per hour. Okay, so if nothing is mentioned in the question, yes, Syed Yasir Ahmed. When talking about absorption, we have to first identify the basis of absorption. This will always be given in the question. Once the basis of absorption is identified, we do calculate the absorption rate, and that rate is used to charge the overheads of the production department to a particular job or to a particular product to calculate the total cost. So I hope, Darshan, your query is resolved. Sir, superintendent salary for machine shop. It will be overheads only, Manisha. Waiting for your queries, guys. Bhumika, any doubts? Anupam, Manisha, Sudhanshu, Rushita, Vaishali, Vikas Kumar, Kumar. Kiran, any doubts? Nalini, any doubts? Sudhanshu, Dhruti, Himanshu. Arya, Diksha, uh, when talking about the passive packing and finishing, it is more of actually it is given in the question that it is to be absorbed on the basis of machine hour. But when talking about my opinion, if it is not given in the question, then we can absorb it on the basis of percentage of direct material, because it's more of a material based job rather than a labor based job. Syed Yasir Ahmed. Yes, we can say. Himanshu, let me check this page. Yes, Darshan, if we are manufacturing only one product, then no need because I nay, Himanshu, Darshan, sorry. If we are manufacturing a product, then too also we have to calculate the absorption rate, because let's say if we have received a job order and job order constitutes that we have to provide 1000 units, then yes, we do need the absorption rate. But in that case, I mean, we can absorb the overheads on per unit basis. Rahul Monti sir, from where assembly came 1000 into 2. So Rahul, the overheads of assembly department are absorbed on the basis of labor hours, that is rupees 2 per labor hour, and the labor hours for this job is how much? 1000 hours we are paying to the labor at the rate 8. So total 1000 labor hours. These are the labor hours that I have used to calculate the assembly cost. Anyone else having any doubts, guys? It's already 9:34. Yes, everyone. Last 1 minute. Yes, Anupam. The last step, the major motto of all this exercise, that is allocation, apportionment, distribution, redistribution, absorption. The major motto is what? To calculate the cost of the product. And once the product cost is calculated, we achieved our target. So the final conclusion is that all this exercise is done to charge the overheads to a particular product or to a particular job. Yes, Darshan, you can. So guys, that's it for the day. Thank you so much for your time and patience. Thank you so much for active participation in the session. We'll be back with the remaining part of the chapter in the next session. That is, we will be discussing the meaning and treatment of under or over absorption of overhead. That part is also very important. I hope today the visibility issues are resolved. I hope my board was visible to everyone. So thank you so much, guys. God bless you. Okay, one more thing. Try solving questions of allocation, apportionment, and reapportionment that are given in study material and past practice manual. Or if you have past RTPs or MTPs, then try solving the question. Again, wait mat kijiye ki mere sare lectures khatam ho, then you start with the solving part. Once the topic gets over, you start solving the question. So जैसे जैसे जो part में discuss कर रहा हूँ, keep solving the question relating to that part. It will help you a lot. and trust me guys, you will find it very easy while preparing for the exams. मैंने पूरा खत्म किया, उसके बाद आप शुरू करो, no point. So better just try solving the questions after the class. So guys, thank you so much guys. Have a great day. Enjoy. See you day after tomorrow. Remaining part of overheads. Thank you so much guys. Sir, session done.